Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog on my second edition of Reading My Pile of Shame. If you don't know me, hi. I like to make fun of myself, and one of the things I do that I'm totally ashamed of, or I'm trying to shame myself and stopping, is starting books and never finishing them. Not because I'm not enjoying them. Some of these I actually really did enjoy them, but just life happens. So last summer I tried to read My Pile of Shame, and ever since I've accumulated more books that I'm not finishing. So we're doing this again. But for this edition, I'm doing things a little different. I'm going to show you My Pile of Shame, the physical portion at least. And then to make it more challenging, more fun for me, I'm also going to add some books that I didn't start, but that are part of like the pile of books that have been on my TBR for a shameful amount of time. That kind of works, right? I feel like it's going to be a theme for me all this month, but I wanted to try and focus on this for this vlog too. So let me show you my pile. Okay, so this is most of my physical pile of shame. I feel like I'm forgetting some, but I always do. So I have Leviathan Wakes, which that's definitely going on the ones I need to read. I have Crown of Midnight. I don't know if I'm going to continue Throne of Glass. Not really my jam. I stopped because I was kind of bored. Then I'm also in the middle of this one, which I've been forever. This one I started in February during a challenge and never finished it. Do I still need to introduce this one? Probably not. This one I'm like 100 something pages into it, and for some reason I feel like I should love it, but I don't really so far. I have been in the middle of that one for years. Same thing with that one, and then that one too. And then quickly, those are two books that have been on my TBR for literally forever, and I want to shame myself into reading them. The first book I'm totally picking up this month is 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm putting the picture because it's next to my bed because I started rereading it. I had read the first part during a challenge in the beginning of February, and I started part 2, never finished it. So I started rereading that a little bit because I wanted to be up to date, just remind myself a little bit, because things really switch between part 1 and 2, and I didn't want to be confused. I wanted people to start, you know, at the right spot for this challenge. So this is going to be my #1 priority because everyone raves about it. I love sci-fi. This is my 3rd book by the author, and I really did enjoy part 1, so I'm hopeful I will enjoy it, / I can also watch the movie for this vlog, kind of to give you my thoughts on both of them. By the way, if you notice that I have a lisp, it's because I just started doing Invisaligns again and I'm struggling hard. So yes, that's gonna be my priority #1. I also have a few audiobooks because I tend to do that quite a bit with really long ones. I get them from my library and just never finish them. In my defense, they get returned after 21 days, and then sometimes I just kind of forget / don't care. The first one I want to decide if I want to finish it or just DNF it, you know, officially, is Imaginary Friend. This is part, technically, of my Goodreads reading challenge. I think it's horror, mystery horror, one of these categories. A lot of people voted for it, and I feel like opinions are pretty divided, and so far I'm like 30 something % into it and I'm not really feeling it. I don't really care for books that follow kids, and I say that, and a bunch of my favorite ones are, so maybe it's like the horror ones? I don't know, not a lot has happened. It's a really big book, there's like 700 pages, and if after 30% barely anything has happened, it's not really a good sign, but I'm still curious, so I need to just decide what happens with that one. Similar thing with Wanderers, which I'm 80 something % into that one. I'm also on the waiting list at my library for it. I got it twice, so like 42 days, and didn't finish it. Again, my defense, I think it's like 900 pages, so like, but it's a post-apocalyptic, and I feel like I've read so many and they're all similar, and like none of them end up becoming favorites. So it's another one that I'm like, I'm not hating it, but I'm not really loving it, but I'm so close to the ending that I'm like, maybe I should just finish it so I can decide what I think about it. I don't know why I'm speaking so fast, but I'm just so over it. So I need to decide, is it good enough to continue, or I just, you know, officially stop. One that I was enjoying that I showed quickly was Leviathan Wakes, which I'm 20 something % into it. I think I'm like 100 pages into the book, and so far I was enjoying it. It's just a situation of I started for a challenge and just never finished it. So yes, that's definitely going to be probably the main one I will attempt to read this week, although right now I miscalculated my stuff and I don't have them, like none of them on my phone yet, but I'm like next on the waiting list, so But currently I'm listening to Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, which is the last book in the Farseer trilogy. So technically it's not really part of this challenge, but I still need to listen to something. So that's going to be the one at the moment. So yes, my priority are definitely Imaginary Friend, Wanderers, and then 2001 A Space Odyssey. Those are the ones that I need to finish. I feel like I have a couple ones that I could focus on, but like, because I'm just starting to be out of my reading slump, I'm trying not to torture myself too much and just like, you know, focus on like finishing as many as possible. Maybe I could do that in a different version of this, you know, pile of shame, because I feel like I'm always gonna have one. But for this time, I think it's more of a question of like, try and finish the ones you are enjoying. Try to like bring it down a little bit, you know, the numbers a little bit, but like try not to torture yourself too much, because again, 2020, right? So day one, I will update you. I'm starting this vlog on a Monday, so like it's not ideal for a vlog, but for my life it's a little bit more simple to keep the last chunk of reading for the weekend. So there's probably going to be more stuff happening there. But yes, let's attempt this challenge. Hopefully you want to also try and do this. I'm probably going to do that a little bit throughout the whole month, but I wanted to at least film the reading vlog for this part. Okay, so we are day 3. I'm like finally updating you. The week has been flying by, and I have some finally some progress to talk about. Let's talk about 2001, which was the first book I wanted to start reading. I just hit part 4, which I put down for some reason. Why did I not put a post-it there? There you go. So page 116. So I read 2 parts, and I have 3 post-its, so let's just talk about them a little bit before I tell you what happened, the thing that I did that I shouldn't have, but I did. So let's go with the first one, because I was laughing at myself. Let me put you on the other. Okay, so this is the beginning of part 2. Look at this, quarantine. Why do I keep reading books that mention quarantine? And then I was laughing because they were saying 6 billion people. That's like too much. Oh my, the irony. Yep. So I was laughing at that. And then there's a twist at page 67, which I will not mention what the twist is, but there's a twist. And I'm like, ooh, revelation, things happening. So right now the people are on a mission to go to Saturn. Saturn? I don't know how you say that. When it's the same word in French and English, my brain is like, no. So yes, 116. What happened is that the first day I read like 30-40 pages. I did the same the second day, but I realized I need to read faster than this if I want to make progress on my pile of shame. And this book was calling my name. Plus, to be honest, some of you were calling me out in the comment section in a recent video saying that this book is going to be on my TBR forever. They can't, you know, they're looking forward to seeing it in like November, which, thank you, shaming me. It worked. So I started reading it. I am now, I put a bobby pin because yes, at page 73. So I read 30 pages of this and I was about to stop reading that day, and then I read 70 pages of the other one. Exactly. So that's why I just need to do both. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to read, you know, whichever amount I can, and then I will be switching to this one and making actual progress, because this one is only like 260 pages. So I still have like 100 pages left, which is oof. But I mean, at this speed, I can read it before the end of the week, which is what we want. And then at this speed, I can definitely finish this one too. So that would be a 2-in-1, which we want. This one is like 560 pages, I think. So far, this is good. I was so worried for some reason I wasn't going to enjoy it. I don't know why. I didn't know if I was going to still follow the people from the first book. So far, we've mostly talked about other stuff, but it looks like maybe in the future there's going to be the other ones too, I'm assuming. But yes, very excited to finally be reading this. Why did I wait? Ugh, brain, right? So these are the books I am currently reading, enjoying. I am listening to the audiobook for Assassin's Quest, which isn't really part of my pile of shame, but you know, I thought I would just mention it because I am listening to an audiobook. I'm waiting for the other ones to be delivered to my phone. I think I have like 2 or 3 more days for the Assassin's Quest, but I'm like hoping that the other ones will show up so I can actually start on the pile of shame and decide if I want to DNF them or not, because there were 2, right? I think Imaginary Friend should arrive today from what I've seen on the list. Anyway, so day 3, I'm about to start reading, and yeah, I will update you. Well, I started reading this morning, but yes, I want to start reading some Children of Ruin. Want to see my cue for stopping to read today?
They were usually christened with feminine names, perhaps in recognition of the fact that their personalities were sometimes slightly unpredictable.
Thank you for reminding me I'm reading an old sci-fi. There's always this need for that slight, misogyny in it. It's just a little spice. Nice. We are Friday night. I wanted to update you because things have happened clearly in the last couple of the last 2 days. First off, I finished 2001. I wanted to update you at one point when things happened that I didn't see coming, but then I just fell asleep. So I finished it today, and I don't know, like I feel like the writing was not as dry as some of his other stuff. This is my third book, I believe, by the author. And I have yet to watch a movie. I'm hoping to do that this weekend. Maybe tonight, actually. We'll see. But yes, my issue with it, I think, is because it felt like it was going up and down, like my level of interest. I feel like it would slow down, get a bit, and then it would pick up and get better. And yeah, that twist, which I will not mention even though the book is old, that twist. My only issue is that the ending felt a bit unsatisfying. Anybody else feels me? I feel like it reminded me a bit of Children of Men. You know how it gets weirder and weirder? That was like a little version of that, I feel like, for the ending. Overall enjoyed it. I think maybe right now 3.5, maybe 4 stars. So that's that. Now let's talk about this baby, because obviously I continued, and things so far are good. I'm getting a feeling that this is a bit similar to Children of Time, book 1, but with octopuses. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm like almost 200 pages, I think, into it. I am flying through this way faster than the other book. I'm gonna probably try and read a little bit more tonight, and this weekend I'm gonna attempt to read the whole, well, the rest, the 400 pages left. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Worst case, maybe I should extend this vlog. I shouldn't start like thinking I'm not gonna do it. I can totally do it. So yeah, why does it look like I have a mullet? Like it's the curls. I don't know. Yeah, that's that. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn with this one. Not a favorite, but parts of it were really good. And then so far this is going well reading wise. Like I'm feeling like I want to read it, which again, with the slump that has lasted the whole year, I feel like it's the first time that I'm like actually excited to read, and like that I'm reading like 100 pages every day consistently. So this is a good news, and we're happy about it. So yes, I'm going to attempt to finish it as soon as possible in this vlog, and I will keep you updated on my reading. I feel like the reviews were not perfect for this book compared to book 1, but I'm still very optimistic. I've been told that there's going to be a 3rd book. Yes. So yeah, I needed to make sure that I announced it in this video. So yes, I'll update you this weekend, as I will finally have a bit more time to focus on reading in this vlog. So almost forgot to update you on audiobooks, because that's also a thing. Imaginary Friend, I was about 30-something% into it. I got it back from the library finally, gave it a shot. I gave it like another couple percent. I don't like it. I went ahead and looked at reviews on Goodreads, which I feel like when I'm hesitating, that's what I do to convince myself to continue or not. And I feel like horror books with kids, or books with kids in general, they just don't work for me. And then I read a bunch of reviews that were telling me how you could cut half the book and it would still be way too long. And I'm feeling that, because I'm DNFing it officially. I think I was about 40% into it. I'm just not enjoying it. Like, why am I torturing myself? I don't care. So yes, no more children books with children or whatever, especially horror books, except for It. They just never work for me. So yes, that's a DNF. People were saying it gets weirdly religious, which so yes, that's officially done. I currently have 2 audiobooks on the go. I have Wanderers, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to finish it or not. That's basically what I'm doing this week, deciding if it's a DNF or if I finish it. I think I'm 80 something percent into it. I need to double check. And I'm currently listening because I didn't want to like read another book that I'm not sure about right away because I needed something good as an audiobook. I started listening to Leviathan Wakes again, and I started at 20 something percent into it, and I think I'm almost 30%. So I made some good progress today on that one too. So yes. Okay, so we are Sunday right after dinner, but I have to work tonight, so I'm not going to be able to read more. And I'm really frustrated because I have about like 50 pages left in this book. But I'm going to finish it tomorrow morning. Because I want this vlog to be completed. I want to be able to have read, you know, at least, well, finish 2 books. The rest will be attempted, I guess, during this month or my next vlog. But let me talk about this because I did vlog a little bit yesterday, but I was really busy, so I felt like I should just do it in one go. I feel like when I started this book, I thought I was going to give it at least 4 stars because I loved book 1, and even though I'd heard some people say that book 2 was a little bit more disappointing, some people still loved it, and I was very hopeful that would be my case, that it would be my case too. And I started liking it, and then I felt like it went like a little too similar and slowly kind of went down because I started like wanting to read it over doing other stuff, which was really good because again, the slump is going away, you know? And I feel like today I had to really force myself to read as much as possible because once again I was trying to finish it, and I read about like 100 pages today, and it was hard work, which sucks. I'm disappointed. I'm hoping that the ending might, you know, salvage it, which is why I want to absolutely include it in this vlog. But yeah, obviously trying to keep this spoiler free. Like, I'm not even sure what else I would have expected. I just thought it was going to be better. But again, the ending, we're hopeful. I just feel like at this point it went down to probably like a 3.5, 3, depending on the ending. So fingers crossed that things pick up. But yeah, I even put today as a shirt, hoping it would motivate me to read it. Didn't quite work. I feel like because the aliens do feel alien and the characters you're following are, you know, what? Why am I forgetting that word? Scientist. Oh, that took way too long. Wow. Yeah, because you're following scientists, I feel like a lot of them aren't necessarily super likable either, which isn't making it easier. Like, I don't feel like I can focus on the characters since the action isn't, you know, super intense. I can't do that. So I'm just stuck feeling a bit about everything so far. So yes, fingers crossed for tomorrow morning, but I don't have that much to say about the last 2 days. I've just been struggling to continue, which... Okay, so we are Monday morning, and I wanted to update you because I finally finished the book, this 50 something pages, or whatever the amount of pages I had left, and honestly, disappointment. That's like the only way I can describe it. It started so good, you know, like I had such high hopes. I had really enjoyed book 1, and the beginning was good, and then slowly but surely went down and down and down, and the ending is left a little open. Like I mentioned, there is going to be a 3rd book, but like I expected better. With that said, I did great though because I listened to about 50%, no, not, I'm at 50% in my audiobook, Leviathan Weeks, so that's good. I did DNF 1, Imaginary Friends. I finished 2 books, 2001 A Space Odyssey, which is 200 something pages, so it's not that crazy, but it was pretty slow to go through, so, you know. And then I finished this humongous book, 568 pages or something, so I'm very proud. I do feel like we did pretty good with the reading the Pile of Shame challenge, even though I didn't end up loving any books. I'm still, you know, working through those books. I will definitely need to continue, probably do a 3rd edition of this, eventually at least. But yes, progress. I'm happy with finishing or DNFing 3 books. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon.